does one live in a world by themselves? Well, a lone car drives through a fog so thick it seems alive. The headlights cut a narrow path through the grey void. You ever drive somewhere and forget how you got there? Like the world blinked and you just appeared. That's what it felt like when I reached Mallow Creek. The car slows. A rusted town sign appears through the mist. Welcome to Mallow Creek. Population 1,247. The 7 is scratched out. Beneath it, someone has scrawled none. The town looks normal, empty but alive. Lights glow behind curtains. A faint radio hum drifts from a diner, but no people. The narrator steps out of his car, scanning the silence. There were signs of life. Coffee cups still steaming, curtains swaying, but no one. No goddamn one. The bell over the door chimes as he enters. Every table is half used. Plates of food still warm. A jukebox plays softly. Hello? Anybody there? Silence. Then faint laughter. Distant. Distorted. As if coming from inside the walls. He turns. Nothing. The laughter stops. The man steps into the street, uneasy. The fog glows, faintly orange, from a nearby streetlight. Maybe they were hiding. Maybe there was a gas leak. That's what I told myself. He walks past a toy store where a rocking horse moves on its own. He doesn't see a dozen of silhouettes watching him from behind fogged glass windows. Faces blurred, unrecognizable. The narrator breaks in. He rummages for supplies and finds an old lighter. I thought I was alone, and when you think you're alone long enough, you stop caring what happens. He flicks the lighter, stares at the flame, just to see if I can still make something happen. He tossed the flame onto an old rag soaked in oil. It catches. He watches, hypnotized, as the small fire grows. The building erupts erupts in flames. The narrator steps back, watching as smoke spirals into the fog. There was something beautiful about it. The way the fire filled the silence. He doesn't notice people screaming inside the fire. Faint silhouettes writhing in the blaze. Invisible to him, but fully real. A child's voice echoes faintly through the smoke. Why are you doing this? The narrator looks around. No one's there. He laughs nervously, then stops. The laughter doesn't stop. It grows louder. Dozens of voices, all laughing from everywhere. From nowhere. The narrator wakes up in a cold sweat. The clock reads 3:33 a.m. He looks out the window. The fire still burns in the distance. Maybe I dreamed it. Maybe not. He sees a shadow move in the reflection of the window, standing beside him. He turns. Nothing. The fire from the gas station still smoulders. Ash floats through the pale dawn like black snow. I stand at the edge of the ruin, dazed. I thought it would draw them out. Smoke, noise, heat. Something to make them come see. But no one came. He picks up a half-burned photo from the ground. A family of 4 smiling. The diner behind them. I frown. This was taken yesterday. He turns the photo over in shaky handwriting. For our dear town, forever together. He walks down the street again, but this time the world feels off. Doors close by themselves. Curtains shift as if following him. A group of invisible voices whisper from nearby. That's him, the one who burned them. He doesn't even know. I stop, spinning around. Who said that? Who's there? Silence. Then a car slams its brakes. Tires screech. I turn just in time to see nothing. The car crash. The car crashes into a lamppost on its own. I didn't touch it. I didn't do anything at all. But it looked like I did. I enter cautiously. Shelves are stocked. Shopping carts left mid-aisle. A faint, whispering chorus fills the air. He picks up a jar of jam, and it flies from his hand, smashing on the floor. He jumps back, panicked. Why won't he stop? Mummy, is he going to hurt us too? Where are you? He runs to the end of the aisle, ripping aside a curtain. Nothing. The voices vanish instantly. Then he sees security camera monitors near the counter, each one showing live footage of the store. On the screens, the store is full of people, terrified, pressed against the walls, staring directly at him. They were there the whole time, watching me. I just couldn't see them. I stumble outside, shaken. He yells into the empty square. I'm not your enemy. Do you hear me? I don't even know you. A voice echoes from somewhere unseen. Soft. Familiar. You're not supposed to be here. Who are you? No answer. He looks around, breathing hard. The world feels thinner. Unreal, like a dream about to collapse. The man enters a dusty gym. Children's drawings cover the wall. Stick figures holding hands. A bright sun. The words, "We are still here." He lights a match, staring at it. The same morbid fascination as before. I thought maybe they'd show themselves again. Maybe the fire would pull them out. He flicks the match toward a pile of old papers. It catches. Flames rise, licking the gym walls. He smiles faintly, then stops. Children's screams echo from the flames, but all it was, make them scream louder. The fire alarms blare. Smoke pours out. Outside, invisible figures run past him, bumping into his shoulders. Unseen, but real. He's shoved to the ground. A police siren wails. A patrol car screeches up. Empty. No driver visible. Over a megaphone, a disembodied voice booms. Lie down, hands where we can see them. I freeze, trembling, confused. There is no one there. He looks at his own hands. Smoke stains. His skin is black. And then, for just a moment, he sees them. Hundreds of people watching him. Faces twisted in horror and hatred. Then, gone, like the fog swallowed them whole. They are not the ghosts. I don't believe. Maybe I am the ghost. Maybe I was never supposed to be seen. I do not belong in this town. The fog has thickened. The moon is a pale coin behind clouds. The narrator, me, I walk along a cracked road leading out of town. His clothes still streaked with soot. His face is hollowed out, half by exhaustion, half by disbelief. I tried to leave. I thought maybe the fog would break if I just kept walking. But every road bent back toward the same sign. He stops. Before him, the same rusted welcome to Hollow Creek sign. Smoke from the burned gym still curls in the distance. He laughs bitterly. Of course it does. He kicks the sign hard, and the metal clangs, echoing unnaturally far. The sound doesn't fade. It doubles back, growing louder, repeating his own kick in eerie synchronization. Clang, clang, clang. He stumbles backward. The fog seems to breathe. He walks back through the town. The streets are wet, slick with fog dew. Every shop window now reflects something wrong. Not him exactly, but a darker version. A mirror self. In the reflection, he sees himself smiling, head tilted, unnaturally. There is a theory that mirrors don't show us how we look. They show us what's left behind. He moves closer to one of the windows. A barber shop. Inside, chairs overturned, scissors glinting. In the glass reflection, his mirrored self is sitting calmly in the chair, watching him. You're not supposed to be here. I spin. The shop is empty. When he turns back to the glass, his reflection is gone. A single light burns in the old town library. He enters slowly, the door creaking open. Dust floats in beams of moonlight. Books are scattered everywhere. And as he steps deeper, faint whispers rise from the shelves. Hello? The whispers from words, voices overlapping, out of sync. He burns. He forgets. He was one of us. I pull a book from the shelf. Its cover reads Hollow Creek, a town remembered. Inside, photos of the same places he destroyed. The diner, the gym, the gas station, all intact. Smiling families, kids playing. He flips to the last page. A group photo. Hundreds and hundreds of townspeople have all gathered in the square at the centre. Was I, me, in the centre of them all? That's me. But I don't remember this. I touch the page, and the ink ripples like water. The people in the photo turn their back toward him. Their smiles vanish. You left us here. He drops the book. The floorboards groan, and the lights flicker. The library's whispers turns into a rising chorus of screams. He bursts through the doors, panting. The building behind him goes dark. Every light extinguished. He looks up and sees faint shapes moving behind the windows. Dozens of silhouettes pressing their hands against the glass. I thought I was the only one who couldn't see. But maybe they're the ones who can't let me go. Thunder rumbles. He pushes open the doors of an old church at the end of the town. Candles burn in perfect circles along the pews. A voice hums low, haunting a tune from somewhere unseen. My grandmother used to say, if you hear singing in an empty church, do not answer. It means the dead are talking to each other. He moves towards the altar. A mirror stands where the crucifix should be. Tall, ornate, cracked down the middle. His reflection appears again, but this time it's moving on its own. Who are you? You were one of them. Once. Before you forgot. Forgot what? That you died here. No, I stagger backwards. That That's not true. You burn the town trying to leave, and every time it happens again, you come back, pretending you're alive. The reflection tilts its head, eyes pitch black now. You built this purgatory yourself. We just live in it. The mirror cracks further. A thin line creeping across the glass. Then a hand bursts through. His own hand, grabbing his throat. I scream, clawing at the reflection's grip. But it's ice cold, and his fingers pass right through it like smoke. He falls backward. I fall backward. The mirror shatters. He crawls into the rain. Lightning flashes. For a moment, he sees the town filled with people again. They are everywhere. Firefighters, parents, children, lovers, all soaked in ash and grief. They are looking at me. But when the thunder rolls, they vanish again. Only the fog remains. Every face was a memory I couldn't hold. Every scream was a sin I forgot I made. I looked down. His reflection is in a puddle, flickers, glitching like a corrupted video. His eyes blacken for a second, and then the reflection smirks. He's back in the same motel room as before, trembling, soaked. The TV is on, flickering static. He tries to speak, but his voice comes out doubled. His tone layered with a whisper behind it, like two people sharing the same mouth. Am I real? The static clears for a split second, revealing news footage of himself standing outside the burning gym. The camera pans, shows invisible people screaming and pointing. Then the anchor's voice cuts in. The hollow creak fire, believed to be caused by one man, known only as the Stranger. He lunges at the TV, punches it. The TV glass shatters. The sparks fly. The room flickers like a strobe light. In the broken TV screen, his reflection remains unharmed, watching him. The reflection says, "It's almost time." Rain floods the town. Lightning cuts through the fog. The narrator stands in the middle of the street, drenched, screaming into the storm. If I am dead, show me the truth. Thunder answers. The streetlights flicker and go out one by one toward him in a straight line. When the last one dies, the entire town freezes. Everything becomes silent. Then faintly, the fog parts. At the far end of the street stands a figure. His reflection, solid now, wearing my exact clothes, but clean, untouched by soot or rain. They face each other across the empty street. For the first time, I saw him clearly. The man I'd been running away from. The man I had always been. The reflection raises a hand. The narrator, me, I, mirrors it without meaning to. The air ripples between them like heat. Every time you destroy us, we rebuild. Every time you awaken, we die again. I didn't mean to. You never mean to. The fog explodes outward, revealing flashes, memories, burning buildings, screaming faces, a car crash, a church engulfed in flames. He's at the center of all of them. Over and over, a cycle repeating endlessly. He drops to his knees, covering his ears. They weren't ghosts. They were victims, and I was the haunting. Rain turns to mist again. He stands alone in the square, surrounded, engulfed, trapped by ash and silence. The morning sun bleeds weakly through the clouds. He looks down, and for the first time, he sees faint footprints all around him. Hundreds and hundreds of footprints leading into the fog. I follow them, but with every step, the footprints fade. Maybe they forgive me. Maybe they don't. But if I can't see them, maybe that's my punishment. He reaches the edge of the town. The sign stands before him again, rusted, eternal. He looks at it one last time, then walks past. The camera pans slowly down to the sign. The population number has changed. 1,248. The fog has begun to lift. For the first time, sunlight pierces the grey, thin and sickly, but real. I walk alone through the ruins. The air is still heavy with the scent of burned wood and wet ash. I thought the sun would burn it all away. The voices, the ghosts, the guilt. But the light didn't change anything. It just made me see clearer. He passes the charred school gym, the collapsed diner, the melted gas pumps, the trail of my destruction. Everywhere he looks, I see the faint shapes of people, blurry, flickering outlines, drifting like smoke. They are not angry now. They are just watching. I stop in the center of the square. The cracked fountain still trickles water, red with rust. A single object sits on the rim. A child's teddy bear, scorched black. Its button eyes melted. He picks it up. I didn't remember the child's face, but my hands remembered the weight. He holds it to his chest, trembling. From the fog, a woman's voice drifts slowly and softly. You can't stay here anymore. He turns, and the woman's silhouette forms out of the mist. It's his reflection again, but softer now, human, sorrowful. If I go, what happens to them? They move on. You're the one keeping them here. Then what happens to me? You already know. He walks towards the town limit once more. The same welcome to the Hollow Creek sign awaits ahead. The population numbers flickers, glitching between 1,248 and 0. He, I, me, stops in motion. The air feels colder now, sharp, almost metallic. I thought death was silence, but it's not. It's memory looping forever, until you finally listen. He kneels beside the sign, sets the teddy bear at its base. Then he takes out the lighter. His hand shakes as he flicks it. A small flame dances in the wind. One more fire. Just one to end it right. He drops it on the ground, but this time the fire spreads through him, not the earth. His clothes ignite, yet he doesn't scream. He just stands there, staring into the distance. As he burns, as I burn, the fog begins to thin completely, revealing the full town at last. People fill the streets. Real, solid, alive. Children run, shopkeepers open doors. The town looks reborn. The narrator smiles weakly through the flames. I see you now. The people stop, looking towards him. They don't scream. They just nod. One by one, in a quiet recognition. The woman from before steps forward, whispering, "Thank you." The light swallows everything, and the fire is gone. The streets are completely empty, peaceful. The town now reads, "Welcome to Hollow Creek. Population 1,247. The 7 is whole again." The camera pans slowly towards the horizon. At the edge of the fog, a faint figure. The narrator walks away down the road, fading into the sunlight. No footprints follow him this time, and I was the ghost all along. Or maybe I was just the sin that needed to burn away. You see, this has happened on 3 separate occasions. The narrator, him, and I